Hi guys, this is Mrs. Novella from the Expressive Arts Room, and today I'm going to talk to you about fairy tale character mask construction. So by now you have already completed the character mask final draft, and what you did is you built upon a pre-existing mask template with details that extend the mask shape to emphasize the traits and characteristics used to describe your character. So now we're ready for the construction part. So what you will do is you will get a paper plate and you will get a plastic mask just like this. Referring to your character mask final draft, you'll place your mask somewhere within the plate. If you have bunny ears, you may want to put it lower in the plate so you have paper plate to build upon. If you don't, you'll just have to eyeball it and just position it where you think the mask fits within the character details. For my mask, I centered it right in the middle. From there, I visualized this section within the face, and I drew with pencil first the outline of her bonnet, the outline of her hair, the outline of her chin, and on the other side. Once I did that, once I extended the mask design, then I am going to cut out the paper plate so that it is just the shape I need. And when I cut it, it'll look like this. So this is the shape. Once I'm finished with that, what I'm going to do is separate these shapes and add them to the top and bottom of my mask. So I cut this in half, and this section, which is the bonnet, is the section that I'm going to tape to the top of the mask. And I'll simply just get a piece of masking tape. I just happen to have pink at home. And place it right where I think the center. I also want to reinforce the backside with another piece of masking tape. This is going to be an armature. We're going to build upon these masks, so we need the construction to be as solid as possible. And then I'll take the bottom portion and I'll tape it. I want to make sure that I'm not covering the eye holes. And on this one, it's going to be a lot easier for me to tape it to the back side of the mask first, since it's going to come from behind. So once I have the mask additions taped on, and your additions may look different depending on what your character is, then what I'm going to do is reinforce the front with more tape where the tape fits. Then I'm going to build on form. So for my granny, if you look at my picture, I have some rosy cheeks, I have a little chin, the bonnet is kind of puffy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wad up newspaper into little wads, and if I want little cheeks right here, I'm just going to put a tape fold here, and I'm going to put wadded up newspaper right here, and I'll do another tape roll here and get my pre-wadded up section of tape of newspaper and tape it here. And once I'm finished adding little bunches of newspaper to create form, I want some for my bonnet, I want some for her chin, then, just like we did for our block letter, we're going to cut newspaper into strips, and we're going to do a glue overlay. Now this is different from paper mache because we don't want this to be wet. We want this to be just a structure that is solidified by newspaper. And so what you would do is you would cut newspaper into strips like we did with block letter. You would put glue on all of your perimeters and the interior space, and you would cover all parts of your mask except for the eyes, all parts of it, a couple layers, and you also want to make sure that the newspaper is folded over to the back side of the plate and glued on that way to reinforce the structure. So a minimum of 2 layers of newspaper glued flat and secure onto your mask, and that is how you'll create your fairy tale character mask construction.